you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we could do something a little fun. I'm going to bake a recipe, and while I'm baking it, I'm just going to have like a little chit chat. I love to watch beauty YouTubers, and I find they'll do those like chit chat, get ready with me type things, so this is kind of the same. What we're gonna be making today is, if you've been following me on my Instagram, I am obsessed with these Mama T's protein cookies. And in particular, I love the oatmeal chocolate chip flavor. So massive shout out to these guys. I believe they're from Nova Scotia. So they're a Canadian brand, they're delicious. Anyway, so I've been spending quite a lot of money on these cookies. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try to recreate the recipe on my own. I will be honest, I have tried this recipe here a few nights ago, and I didn't love it, so I made a few tweaks, and I think these ingredients and the little changes that I've made are going to make it really good. So I can't wait to share this with you guys. Okay, so to get started, you're gonna need a bigger bowl, and we're gonna put all the dry ingredients in first. We're starting with some rolled oats. We're gonna put 2 cups in. And just so, if you just want to look in the description box, I'll have the entire recipe written down there so you can screenshot it in case you want to make this later, okay? So, I mean, the biggest thing that's been taking up most of my time right now is just getting this gym ready. It's every day there's something new to do. It's so exciting, it's so fun. I'm seriously learning things every single day as I go along. The next ingredient we're gonna throw in is 1 scoop of protein powder. So I am affiliated with Elemetx, and I'm gonna be putting in 1 scoop of their Chocoluxe. So I absolutely love this protein. I've been using it honestly consistently for, gosh, 2 years now maybe? No. Has it been that long? Anyway, seriously, I don't get sick of it. I have a scoop after every single workout. It's so good. Vegetarian protein. Their vanilla is actually probably my favorite, but anyway, for this recipe, we're gonna be using the chocolate. Next up, we're gonna put in a teaspoon of baking soda. So yeah, the gym's been going really well. I would say construction is going to be finished this week. So I've put in the rubber flooring, I put custom mirrors up. A lot of the equipment is in there, not all of it. More gets delivered tomorrow. Yeah, it's just every day there's something. So we get signage put up later this week. Like I said, just lots going on, so it's taking up so much of my time, but it's really exciting. And if you did enjoy the last video where I kind of said that I might be starting a series about opening the gym, I still want to do that, but I was thinking I'll release that kind of like every other video, so you're still getting useful content like this as well. Okay, so the next ingredient we're gonna put in is, this is organic coconut flour. So I actually just picked this up at a health food store in Fredericton called Sequoia, so it was kind of like in those bins at the front where you just kind of take as much as you want and they weigh it out. So we're just gonna throw 1/4 cup of that in. Perfect. And the last dry ingredient is a teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, throw that in. So that's all the dry ingredients. We're just gonna whisk everything together. So for those who don't know, I don't believe I mentioned this in the last video, but I am serving still. I serve at a restaurant in Fredericton about 3 shifts a week right now, and just trying to kind of make as much money as I can and save as much money as I can. So I actually put in my 2 weeks. So this week is my last week there. It's really bittersweet because I love my bosses there. I love my coworkers. It's just, I have nothing but good things to say about it. Even though I didn't really see myself going back to serving when I moved back to Fredericton, I honestly believe everything happens for a reason, and I was meant to meet those people, make those connections. I'm done there on Saturday. I just was getting too busy with trying to organize the gym, and I just needed to really focus on this until I decide to open. Once all this is mixed, we're just gonna set the dry ingredients to the side. I'm gonna grab a smaller bowl, and we're gonna start on the wet ingredients. First thing is a whole egg. I was like nervous to break this on camera. Perfect. Okay, the next thing we're gonna put in is 4 ounces of applesauce. So I'm just gonna put my bowl on this little scale. So another thing that's coming up in April is our April 28-day challenge. It starts on Monday, April 22nd. Super excited about this challenge. You're gonna need a bench for this one. So every challenge, I have everyone who enters, if they work out from home, if you work out from the gym, you're usually good to go with equipment. But if you do work out from home, I usually say dumbbells and a mat, and then one other piece of equipment. And this month, it's gonna be a bench. So if you don't have like a gym workbench, you can use a sturdy chair or a set of stairs at home. I just love using different pieces of equipment because it gives me more ideas of how to make the workout super fun and enjoyable. Okay, the next wet ingredient is 4 ounces of peanut butter. So I've actually already heated this up and melted it, so it's gonna be nice and runny. Perfect. And the last ingredient is the Walden Farms pancake syrup. So this is just kind of how I'm sweetening this. If you wanted, you could use like real maple syrup. It's just gonna cut down on calories. All right, so now that everything is in there for wet ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead and mix all that up. Now that all the wet ingredients are mixed, I'm just gonna bring back the dry ingredient bowl and we're gonna mix them together. Yesterday was April Fool's and I got a flat tire. I actually went and I was studying at a coffee shop in town because I'm working on something else, not sort of related to the gym, but also not. So I was just, sometimes I just find I get more creative and I can get more stuff done if I just go to a coffee shop, no distractions, no dog, no laundry, no anything. So I just went there, and then on the way home, it was like 9:30 and my car just started shaking and I was like, oh no. Anyway, it's in the shop now. So that was not a good way to end my night last night, but I was almost home, so I just kind of like pulled over, parked it, and then walked home. But watch out for the potholes this time of year on the East Coast, man. It's bad. Like, after those winters, the roads just get destroyed. So once you feel that all your wet and dry ingredients are mixed together quite nicely, I'm gonna add in a half a cup of chocolate chips. So this is the brand that I'm using. They're made with all natural ingredients and they're dark chocolate chips. So I have measured out a half a cup here. Just gonna throw those in and we'll mix it up. I'm just gonna use this little pan and I'm going to spray it with nonstick cooking spray. And then we're just gonna dump this mixture in here. So before the video started, I did preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now everything's in there, it looks awesome. We're gonna put it in, we're only gonna bake it for 8 minutes. You almost want to undercook it a little bit. So if you ever wonder how you would track this for macros, super easy. I love the phone app MyFitnessPal. So you just go to kind of the menu screen here and we're gonna go to meals, recipes, and foods, click on that. And then we're gonna click down here, create a recipe. And then we're gonna enter ingredients manually. So we're gonna give it a title. We're gonna call it Chocolate Oatmeal Bars, we'll say. And then I think with that, we're gonna make 16 servings. So we'll cut it 4 by 4. So I'm just gonna put 16 there. And then next, so we're gonna add an ingredient. So I love the little bar scanner, so we're gonna use that. So for example, we're gonna grab those rolled oats, find the barcode. Perfect. And then you can change it, so 2 cups of that. Perfect. Next, we're gonna go on to the protein powder. So we're gonna scan that. And we just did 1 scoop of that. Perfect. Add a next ingredient. We added 1 whole egg. So we'll scan that. Perfect. And then we added the coconut flour, which it came in a bag. So for that one, I'm just gonna look up organic coconut flour. And I like to use the ones with the little green checks. Those ones are verified. So we'll click on that one. All right, and then once you have all the ingredients in there, you just push this arrow over. And then you have the title, the servings, and then this tells you exactly how much it is for 1 serving. So these ring in at 150 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, and 6.7 grams of protein.